Yo, what it do? How's everybody doing on this wonderful, was it Wednesday? Yeah, I think it is Wednesday. This snowman, I'm not ridiculous. You know you loved the title of this stream and that thumbnail. That thumbnail was awesome. So, who else would find an old-ass woman with a wooden leg with a kickstand but me? What's up, True? What it do? What's up, Survival? Hey, man. That Dave Matthews show you went to, man, that was pretty awesome. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched a good portion of it. The only thing that sucked is you're too far away from the actual stage, bro. Can you guys hear me all right? Let me know. Check. Yeah, you can hear me all right. I can see my shit moving. So, yeah. Other than that, dude, I've seen Dave Matthews twice, and Dave Matthews is awesome. Lacking on what stream? Oh, you talking about when I was me wanting to get on your do that stream with you, True, about one of the most fucked up inbred hillbillies I have ever run across on YouTube? It's all right. We got plenty of time for that. Now, actually, I figure I'd get on here and shoot the shit with you guys a little bit while I'm on my way to freaking Ohio. Driving down the interstate, trying like hell not to die. Damn, I think I missed my exit already. See, you motherfuckers, it's all your fault. God damn it. Oh well. Hit a ramp and fucking spin back around, I guess. But, you know, I've been thinking a lot. Hey, what do you guys think about all this nice gray hair coming in? Got this full beard, man. Went to bed last night, woke up this morning, took a shit, and this beard just poof, popped right out. Don't worry, Survival. One of these days you'll be able to grow a beard like a man, I promise. As soon as you hit puberty. What's up, Cyber Toxin? Yeah, Juggalo Skater Dude. Hey, Cyber, did you happen to see that, apparently, go check out, Upchurch's second to last video that he put on, because he actually went on, that dude's, live stream 2 days ago and called him out about some shit. And it was actually kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? So go check it out. Give me your opinion. Tell me what you think about that. But actually, I wanted to do, man, just what the fuck is wrong with the world, man? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with people? I don't know about the rest of y'all, but it seems like there's an epidemic of fake ass fraudsters out here that fucking cry about everything under the goddamn sun. Try and act like they're all fucking alpha masculine, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. And truth of the matter is that most of them can't even handle fucking locker room fucking shit talk anymore without fucking blowing a goddamn fuse and getting on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter and doing a fucking hate stream forever, for as long as they think they got to do it, and then to top it all off, man, I swear to God, people are fucking ignorant as shit, man, because, and it's funny that it's adults that are doing this, man. None of them ever seem to, when they're sitting and trying to basically call somebody out on some bullshit or fucking, character assassinate someone, they never get the information right, ever. Like, literally never. It's like you're dealing with a bunch of fucking high school kids, or better yet, a bunch of fucking, elementary school kids playing a goddamn telephone game. And, one person says what really happened, and then by the time it gets down to the fucking last person, it's a whole new fucking story that's been concocted by everyone else. But apparently, all of a sudden, that's the fucking facts. It fucking blows my mind. The other thing that's really starting to irritate me is all these fucking fake ass wannabe fucking patriot, militia, fucking, quote unquote super Americans, da 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 da. It's really starting to annoy the fuck out of me, to be quite honest with you, because half of these motherfuckers that claim to be fucking patriots and, super Americans and love America and, have all the answers for everything. Half of these motherfuckers ain't even never been to a goddamn fucking 2A rally. Half of these motherfuckers ain't never been down to the fucking municipal building and spoke to their mayor or sat in on a fucking city council meeting. Half of these motherfuckers ain't never done anything other than sit on their fucking couch and bitch at the fucking TV. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. And then these are the same people, mind you, are the ones that'll go out of their way to try and convince people that you ain't who you are, yada yada yada. Try and get fucking good, honest people hemmed up in some fucking bullshit. And just be fucking plain out snakes, to be quite honest with you. Snakes. I just can't fucking stand it anymore. Bunch of fucking fake ass fucks anymore in this country. It used to be, one of my philosophies used to be, keep your enemies in your back pocket. But goddamn, man, it seems like everybody's a fucking enemy anymore, man. And my pockets aren't deep enough for that many people. If people aren't going to identify with the nation, they aren't going to have one. That's a pretty fair statement. I don't know. I just at a loss, man. It seems like everything's all fucked up, backwards, inside out. You got fucking Transformers trying to fucking convince your kids to do kitty drag shows up on, up in a fucking strip club and shit. And parents are okay with that kind of shit, which blows my fucking mind. It's like there's a serious sickness going on in this country, a serious fucking sickness. And how do you even approach it anymore? It's like, it almost seems like you got to put almost every single person you run into under a fine-tooth microscope and literally fucking, interrogate the shit out of them before you can even have a civil discussion with someone, for one. I mean, me personally, I don't know about the rest of you, but me personally, if I see someone with blue hair, green hair, pink hair, purple hair, whatever fucking fruity fucking color hair or fucking Kool-Aid color they want to use for the day, colored hair, I'm not even gonna fucking get these morons. First off, you're a moron for dyeing your hair like that. You have absolutely no class, no integrity, no self-respect. You don't give a fuck about nothing. Obviously, you don't give a fuck about yourself, or you wouldn't leave the fucking house looking like a goddamn circus clown and expect people to fucking take you serious. You're right, Drew. They do need to chill on that shit, to be for real. I mean, it's fucking crazy, man. I never thought that. Look, I'm only 43 years old. So 23, 24, 25 years ago, wasn't that fucking long ago? And things have changed so fucking drastically in the world in just the last fucking 20, 25 years. It's like a night and day difference. I mean, I know you guys hear me bitch about fucking cops and how they over police, they're over aggressive, and they don't know the fucking law, and they're basically out just fucking harassing people to generate revenue for this, that, and the third. But part of me kind of understands time. The type of people that they even got to deal with aren't the same type of people that I grew up. It ain't the same type of world that I grew up in. People are fucking ignorant as shit, but everybody thinks they know everything and have all the answers for everything. It's fucking wild, man. We live in the age of fucking information where you have information at the palm of your fucking hand. Yet we have the largest group of derelicts on the fucking planet right now that don't understand reading comprehension, that can't even read, that don't know how to dialogue with another human being, that only know how to speak in acronyms and fucking memes and emojis. And they all suffer from fucking social anxiety like I've never seen before in my fucking life. It's like, it's crazy. You go out now, and it's even more so now since fucking the lockdowns and shit happened. You go out now, and if you interact with people, people are just so weird anymore. Everybody's so fucking socially awkward, it seems like. Like, nobody knows how to fucking talk or, engage, or everybody's afraid to, be around each other. There's literally people still walking around wearing fucking stupid-ass masks, man. I mean, are you serious? Still worried about the fucking beer bug. Bunch of fucking morons. Families are falling apart all over the fucking place. People are fucking confused on what the fuck's going on anymore in the world, or the country for that matter. Nobody even really knows. I mean, I don't think any of us really know who's running the fucking country right now, as far as that goes. Because it sure as fuck ain't that fucking brain dead fucking Alzheimer's fucking patient that's sitting in the office right now. There's no fucking way he's running the office. All he's doing is reading a fucking script and, you know, walking around like a fucking puppet doing whatever the fuck they tell his old ass to do. I mean, half the time he's at some fucking ice cream shop eating ice cream. I mean, Christ. Barack Obama didn't even want anything to do with the fucking moron. He's a complete total clown. Black people can still catch the coof. Chill. Yep, they sure can. And the monkeypox and the fucking the AIDS and the herpes, and you know they can catch them some oppression, and they can catch them some white supremacy, and they can catch them some systemic racism, and all those other things too. And while they're at it, they can wrap it up with a fucking Skittles bow, since the Skittles community is trying to take over that community. You know what I'm saying? Black people are fucked right now if they don't get this fucking whole shit with all these other fucking stupid ass fucking what I don't even know what to call them, fucking marginalized minority fucking whatever fucking victimhood oppression Olympic fucking candidates. All these new groups popping up wanting rights and freedoms and this, that, and the other. Black people better get their shit under control, man. Otherwise, they're going to be labeled as, you know, LGBTQRST, heart, you know, plus, crown, whatever. Seriously. I mean, they're already trying to take over your guys' fucking, watch it, mark my words. The fucking Skittles community is going to take over the NAACP. Watch and see. And then you guys are going to be completely fucked. Well, not you, Trey, because, I mean, you're a fucking, you know, what are you, a fucking grand wizard or grand dragon of the fucking KKK and shit? First black guy I ever met that's got the fucking red robe. Black people don't exist. That's funny. I mean, I get it. I mean, you and Clue have been on that one for as long as I've fucking known you guys. I tell you what, though, to me, it's really a shame that as far as the community goes, that those folks don't pick up books and try and educate themselves any better than what they do. And that they still, you know, buy into that fucking handed down fucking word of mouth fucking bullshit that they've been taught their whole life. If anybody ain't checked him out, man, Trey knows about him. Check out Carameo on YouTube, man. That dude, he's put some shit out there that's really caused me to open my eyes, man, and really dig deep and start looking into shit. Hold on a second. Hey, wifey, if you're out there, go on my computer, get in StreamYard, go to this stream. Don't actually put yourself into the studio, or you can. I don't give a fuck. But go into StreamYard and copy the StreamYard link all out of the fucking web browser and paste it in the chat. That way, if anybody wants to come up here and shoot the shit with me for a minute, they can. Because I have no fucking clue how to do it from a phone. None at all. Does anybody else know how? Trey, you know how to post it? Look, like I said, just type StreamYard in. All right. When you do, you'll go to my account. You'll see the stream that's going right now. Click on that to go into the studio. Don't even worry about whether or not the mic and the fucking camera is working right. Click on, you know, get yourself in the studio. And like I said, all you got to do is copy and paste the fucking link and put it in the chat. It ain't that hard. You can do it. Hell, you should be able to do it from your computer, really, if you want. So, yeah. Weird shit going on now. How many of you guys heard about that fucking lady in New York that drowned 3 of her fucking kids a couple days ago? Drowned 3 of her fucking kids. See, that's another thing that's fucking killing me. That doesn't make any sense at all to me. Is how all these fucking mothers are getting away with fucking offing their kids, man. Like, they're not being held accountable for this shit. You know, they're getting off on temporary insanity or fucking some kind of fucking mental problem or, you know, whatever. And most of this shit, most of these kids that are getting killed by their mothers it's all fucking just spite and selfishness and them wanting to make sure that those kids don't ever see their dads. That's all. That's what most of it is, man. Most of these women, you know, the fucking father of the kids, you know, is either fighting them for custody or in the process of, you know, getting custody of these kids. So these women will go out and fucking kill their kids. Yeah, you did it. Right. You did it. Yeah, anybody wants to hop up here, cyber, survival, anybody, hit the link, hop up here, chop it up. The wifey put the link out there. Let's talk about some shit. Let's talk about the queen. She finally died after being 11,180 years old. Trying to say she's fucking 96. That woman's like fucking 1,196 years old. She's been alive for fucking ever. I mean, I think she was around when fucking Jesus was fucking crucified. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she was. Been around for fucking ever. People over in fucking England are all fucking in an uproar about, said she was the nation's grandmother or some shit. How the fuck is that? That woman was a tyrant, but from what I understand. Now you got fucking half retarded fucking wife murderer fucking Charles in there as king. Wonder how long that's going to last before he fucking blows up the world. Yeah, it was a sad day when Betty White died. It sure was. Betty White was what, like 98 years old when she died, babe? Something like that. I don't know. So the two guys up in that were still going to that were still had trials over that Michigan shit, they got fucking found guilty. Don't know how the fuck that works. You know, the other guys that were facing federal charges, they were acquitted, but Barry and Adam, they're found guilty. There's nothing fishy behind that, I'm sure. You know, just the simple fact that one juror had already fucking stated that, you know, they were going to fucking find them guilty regardless. They didn't even need to hear anything. And when that juror was investigated, the judge did it behind fucking closed doors in his fucking chambers. So neither the prosecution or the fucking defense could, you know, oversee what was going on. Then you had another juror that was up there that was actually the mother or grandmother of one of the fucking witnesses for the fucking prosecution. That sounds completely fucking fair and normal. Then to top it off, you had, you know, the defense, when they finally got a chance to fucking cross-examine, they're given time limits, time constraints on their cross-examination. You know, the judge allowed the prosecution to fucking examine the witnesses as long as they wanted, but the defense, they were limited to only being able to cross-examine for the same amount of time that the prosecution was up there. That makes perfect sense. Then to top it all off, don't tell me that this ain't there ain't something behind this, but they dropped the fucking verdict on Whitmer's fucking birthday. Seriously? On Whitmer's birthday. I have a feeling those guys are going to be appealing that for the next fucking 5 to 10 years. It's going to end up going all the way to the fucking Supreme Court before they get out now. Because none of it makes any sense. I mean, 3 of the main fucking FBI agents were actually pulled from the case. One of them sitting in fucking prison right now for misconduct, or all 3 of them were pulled for misconduct. One sitting in prison for fucking beating the shit out of his wife because she wouldn't go out and fuck some other dude for him at a swingers party. But apparently those are credible witnesses. You know, and then you got fucking one of the fucking dummies that I think is a fucking informant personally, fucking Leaguer. He goes up and he fucking pleads the fucking 5th when he was up on the fucking stand. Ah, shit. What's up, Cyber? Oh.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
So what's with the clickbait title, man? You don't know my mama's son.
Hey, it worked, didn't it?
It worked. I was like, you don't know my mama's son? But of course I know your mama's son. Or is this his daughter, her daughter I'm speaking with?
Your mama's got a mouth in the back of her neck and a bitch too like this.
Them tiny nuts are just about purse size, aren't they? So
your mama's to Dr. Dre for a fucking pap smear. Dude, I miss the days when people would. I remember when I was in school, that used to be fun shit to do between guys. You know, we sit there and fucking try and roast each other all day long. Now people
but my feelings though.
Feelings are more dangerous than actual fucking physical violence, man.
Well, have you ever heard of a person's mind-body?
Mind-body?
You ever heard of the term mind-body?
I'm sure I heard it from some fucking stupid-ass fucking hippie somewhere.
I think it was Aldous Huxley I heard talking about it. They gave him an interview on the Brave New World book. I think it was him.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a silly concept, but for people who are very connected physically, you know, with their feelings, and everybody's experienced it at some level. You know, like waking up from a bad dream, you can actually suffer physical effects from what's happened to you psychologically. And
right.
Being put in this virtual world, it makes it a lot easier for people to have that effect.
Right.
Because you can't enact things physically. There's some kind of a threat that you can't fight, you can't fuck, and you can't flee from it. And people who are emotionally inclined.
Are you trying to say you can't eat, sleep, fight, and bust now?
Well, the virtual world really contributes to that because it gets all built up inside of them, and then they go out into the real world and have to find some kind of release because they've got all this adrenaline been worked up and cortisol levels are spiking. And cortisol actually does attack the body on a very small scale. It does that to provoke the fight or flight response.
Right.
But if you can't run away from the threat and you can't fight the threat to defeat it, it just keeps spiking. And that leads to a bunch of health problems, psychological problems, and things like that. And they're fucking with us, man.
Well, that's fucking obvious, dude. I mean, it's never been more clear than now that they're fucking with us. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like we live in it's like the whole fucking country's turned into a fucking insane asylum.
Yeah.
I mean, literally. You know, and what's crazy about it is I actually talk more and are closer to, probably a dozen people on YouTube than I am anybody in the real world anymore.
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs.
It really is, dude. Because look, man, you want to know what I did when me and the wife moved from Ohio to Indiana? One of the things that I did is I cut a lot of people out, but I also stopped contacting people. And I did it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like the only time that I ever got a hold of anybody or talked to anybody was basically if I reached out. You know what I mean? So why am I the one fucking putting in all the work to fucking keep this, fake ass friendship together that we have? So I basically I tested that whole theory of you want to find out who your friends are, stop calling them, stop getting a hold of them, see who gets a hold of you. What's up?
You know one thing that reduces stress and helps lower cortisol levels?
Sex.
Yeah, affectionate, physical, and eye contact.
I'll be honest.
Contact and eye contact.
Well, I have that with the wife. Me and the wife, well, that's one thing that we don't ever do is, like, we never end our day without talking to each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that's just because, personally, I don't want to pat myself on the back too much, but, I helped get her to be where she is now. Yeah, I said that, wifey. When I met her, she didn't give a shit about nothing, to be honest with you. She was a lost soul. And I was too, but she's the level of intelligence in her over the last 10 years and how it keeps increasing is just fucking astounding. Now I can actually, me and her have intellectual discussions with each other. Whereas before it was like listening to fucking Beavis and Butthead try and have a conversation. And a lot of it was just because she didn't care about the things that I cared about. You know what I'm saying? As far as, what was going on in the world. And a lot of that had to do with, the who she was with before me and the company that they kept, that they didn't give a shit about that stuff. That wasn't stuff that, they, hell, she didn't even vote, dude. And that's
Well,
one of that baffles me why people choose not to vote when they can.
a lot of it is a discouragement for believing that it doesn't matter.
It may not matter on a federal level or even on a state level, but you can bet your fucking sweet ass it matters on a local level.
That's where it matters most. That's
You know,
where
you don't want
the
to.
effect of the vote has, a greater sway over your immediate surroundings.
Right. I mean, even and I ain't got no look, dude. I ain't got no smoke or anything for people that don't want to partake in the federal fucking sham of an election. I don't. I don't. It doesn't bother me. But the truth of the matter is everybody should vote for what's going on in their city, their county, their township. Because like you said, that shit that goes on there directly affects your life more than anything else. I just moved to a new town or a new city, and now I got to relearn who all the officials are there now. I need to.
So are you saying that you're not a blind box checker?
No, not at all. Look, dude, I think that you know how you can go on and check Republican on the ballot for everything. Just hit Republican and machine will vote for every Republican on your ballot. I think that shit should be done away with. Personally, I think that putting what party someone is and on the fucking ticket should be done away with. Personally, hell, Christ, dude, I'll be honest with you. I'm one of them guys that how you elect your county judge every election cycle, right?
Right.
Well, I'm one of them guys. If there's a new judge running against the old judge, I don't even give a fuck if I don't know anything about the new judge. I will vote for the new judge. Because I think judges should be cycled out. Personally, I really do. Just like sheriffs, I think they should be cycled out. Just like everyone else. All these public, even with our your city council and shit like that. People that sit on them city council seats for fucking decades and decades. That shouldn't be allowed, man, at all whatsoever. These motherfuckers should go.
They like to build the policies and influence in order to entrench themselves and make their job easier and easier and easier. Make it easier for them to get away with shit.
Make it easier for them to steal money from the fucking citizens, man. What it do, yep. Kamasi? Hey, if you look up there somewhere is the link if you want to hop up here, bro.
Yeah, but, civil servants in an authoritative position should definitely be cycled out.
Oh, absolutely, dude. And the reason being is that way you have a constant flow of fresh ideas coming in, for one. I mean, that's why a lot of these local economies are becoming stagnant and stale, because you got the same people that have been sitting in these positions for 20, 30, 40 years, even on local levels, and they don't have no new ideas. They're just recycling the same fucking shit over and over again that didn't work the first time.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of mention about minimum wage for the politicians. I I don't think that that would actually help. It might actually end up hurting because the less money they make, the more incentive they have to make money under the table, and those ways are 99% of the time going to be dishonest, and dysfunctional,
Hey, you want to
self-serving.
know my full opinion about it? I don't think civil servants or public officials should get paid at all.
I think they should
That's
have
where I stand.
I think they should have minimum terms, or not minimum wage.
Right. They should have term limits, and it should be a job where you're doing a civil service. You shouldn't get paid for it. You're doing your duty to where you to your people. You know, if you think about it,
That's a fact,
back
man. That's a fact.
back in 1776 and all that shit when they first founded the country. If you look at the officials back then, they all had other jobs
Yeah.
while they were actually holding the position they held. Why is that? Because the job was never intended to be a fucking career. What it do,
That's a
Kamasi?
fact, man. That's a fact. I mean, I'm
Cool.
just soaking what you. I'm soaking the knowledge you guys are kicking, man. What's going on, Toxin and Snowman? You read about these city council members, man. I grew up with one, Charles Rangel, in New York City, man. He stayed there forever. I think he died in that position. I believe
Bro,
he was a congressman, though. Yeah, Charles Rangel.
when
I'm correct.
I
Yeah.
lived in Ohio, bro, I was trying. Look, I was actually before we moved to Indiana, I was going to run for mayor of the city or the little town we lived in. I was going to run for mayor. Never done anything political at all, but I was went out and was talking to local businesses and shit around town, and I had like 6 of the major local businesses that were actually going to back me running for mayor. You know, and what I was trying to do is I was trying to get all the Gen Xers there in that city, that little town of St. Mary's, every one of them to pick a fucking a city position and run. That way we could clean out everybody, all the old money in that town. Because, dude, there's all this old money in that town, and all these old fucking politicians in that town that basically has caused what used to be a tourist town to go to shit and fall apart, dude. There's nothing anymore.
Yeah, no, nobody talks about that side of America, man. The Rust Belt of America, man.
I mean, where we lived right there, but on it's called Grand Lake, which is it's Grand Lake St. Mary's actually, but it's actually the world's largest hand dug inland lake. And I'm telling you what, when I was a kid, dude, that lake would be full of people. And I mean full of people. Boats packed all over that thing. People out there on the beaches. People fishing. All the campgrounds full. Parties going on all the time on the weekends. And it's nothing, dude. Look, man, I shit you not. When you would go down Main Street in this town we lived in, right where the municipal building was, there was this little like 2.5 block stretch where it looked like you just went into the fucking ghetto of Detroit, bro. And that
That's
was
rough.
on Main Street in a little ass town.
This is on Ohio, right?
Yeah, in Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio, man. Ohio rough, man. I was there last year, man. I went to the Walmart out there. I was like, damn, man. Like, I thought I left upstate New York, man, because that's like upstate New York vibes, like central New York vibes. Ohio,
Right.
man. I didn't think it was like that, man. Because like central New York is near PA, like Wilkes-Barre, Brandon can claim that side. Scranton, all that area, man. It's rough over there.
What it do,
I
Bug
had no
Dude?
idea. Mm. But man, yeah, Freeze on Lou, what up? What up? Yo, it's about to be a crazy note. Now election that's kicked in, and we about to have some real online discussions about politics coming up, man.
Dude, do you really think there's going to be actual legit discussions, though? I mean, think about it. Half these
Nah,
people that
nah.
are discussing, first, they don't understand how fucking how the political structure works. They're fucking politically retarded. You know, half of them can't even fucking read beyond a fucking fifth grade level. They don't have any fucking reading comprehension or understanding of anything. And these are the morons that are going to be having political discussions.
Yeah, it's true. That's true, man. But you know what it is though? While they having those discussions, we over here gonna have the in-depth discussions like you having right now.
You
So
know,
they
like
can have that on that side right there, but on this side it's a whole different story.
I'll be honest with you, Kamasi. I'm so fucking sick and tired of hearing people say, you know, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, and all that shit, man. Saying one person's the enemy and the other person's the fucking, you know, fucking savior of the country when people that say that are so far off from the truth and so far off on what the reality of it really is. It's fucking mind boggling.
I understand completely, man. That's why I like shout out to brother Xavier, man. If he could set something up, I was hopefully talk to all like the guys who are on the left side. Let's have that debate with the guys on the right side. Then you add the third party in there to get in as well. Why not have a debate about the policies they claim to know? You know, it should be put up a shut up time because some of these guys been talking about policy for like 3, 4 years. Haven't heard a lick of it.
Well, dude, half of them. Look, think about this. How many people that we talk to in this little area of YouTube actually know what the three branches of government are?
Ooh, that's like an SAT question to them.
And actually understand why we have a separation of powers and why it works the way it does.
That's so the executive branch that
You know,
holds the sword doesn't end up holding the pen writing the laws. Because that's when you get tyranny, is when one person holds the pen and the sword.
yeah,
That's
but you
too
can
much
also,
might.
Correct.
Cyber, you can still have tyranny when you have a whole political body of Congress that is writing laws and overturning the president's veto that are basically turning American citizens into fucking criminals.
Hmm. That's
You know,
true on that end as well.
because most people are unaware of the fact that the president's power is very, very, very fucking limited. He's, you know, the way I've always described him to people is he's really nothing more than like the grand marshal of a fucking parade.
Did you call him the football coach and not the offensive coordinator?
Right. You know, the people that have the power in this country is in Congress. Congress is the one that wields all the power. And if you think about it, that makes even more sense because which fucking body of government has people in there for 40, 50, 60 fucking years? Yeah, I mean, we literally have people in the fucking House and Senate right now that I'm trying, for the life of me, I can't figure out why they ain't dead yet.
I'm gonna go to the chop on that one. I'm gonna pull the escape hatch for you real quick, and I'm just get in there.
No, think about it for a second. You got like Nancy Pelosi. She's almost 90 years old, dude. Why is she the fucking Speaker of the House? Let alone even still being a fucking member of the House of Representatives.
Equal representation.
Dude, have you seen what her district in California looks like? I mean, you can pull up videos of I think it's San Francisco.
Yeah, I used to live in Elijah. I used to live in Elijah Cummings district, man. That place is like
They're
It's
shitholes.
it's yeah, they're shitholes, and the nice areas are not too far from there. So it's like eh, if people don't know, man. They go through it every day, but they don't ask why it's going on like that. You know, politically wise, not
No
culturally.
freedom. The justices don't hold the law. The Supreme Court, their fucking job was to interpret the law and to be able to bring resolutions between the House or Congress and the president. That was what that's why they have the judicial branch as well. They were supposed to be there to bring resolution when there was conflict and they couldn't come to an agreement. But even now, fucking, if you want my opinion, I don't think fucking Supreme Courts actually interpret the Constitution the way it's supposed to be interpreted to begin with.
But they do know about the loopholes, though. They do know about the loopholes.
Well, look, the truth of the matter is this, all right?
Mm.
If they interpreted the Constitution correctly, then we wouldn't have all these fucking illegal fucking federal laws and mandates, these fucking state codes and local fucking ordinances and shit that literally violate everything the Constitution stands for.
Yeah, I'm
That's very
working on
true,
a
but
short right now. I can't figure out what kind of title I should put on it. It's Nancy Pelosi talking her soliloquies, and then she says, "That's an applause line." And I clipped the scene of a seal clapping and barking along. I'm
man,
thinking seals and soliloquies
Call it Tequila
for the
Sunrise.
title.
Tequila
Tequila
Sunrise,
Sunrise?
Yeah.
piped in crowd noise. Shoot. But I do like the seals and soliloquies, but I can also rock with Tequila Sunrise. So man, it's like between those two.
But to get back to what I was saying, though, the reason why I say that is, the preamble of the Constitution, it literally lays out all the rules and all the fucking guidelines and checks that have to be met before you can add anything to the Constitution and make anything law.
Yep, they put proper safeguards in place, man.
But for some reason, the Supreme Court doesn't recognize the preamble of the Constitution as any uh, real governing piece of, I guess, legislature.
Hmm. Let me ask you though, what's your thoughts on them possibly packing more judges into the Supreme Court?
I'll tell you this, look, dude. If they do that, then it's just gonna get out of control, and every time power flips from one side to the other, you're gonna see them continuing to do it. That's just like all these people that are out trying, that they're advocating to do away with the fucking filibuster in Congress. Most people don't even understand what filibuster is. And the filibuster literally saves Americans from Congress doing some of the most outright evil shit known to man. The filibuster, basically what that says is, rather than it being a majority vote in Congress to, basically, and I think it's in the Senate specifically, rather than it being a majority vote, which would be 51%, right? 51 votes, they actually have to have 2/3 in the Senate in order for anything to pass, which means you have to have both, Democrat and Republican approval of it.
Yep, which creates crony bipartisanship.
You know, that's why a lot of people, when they sit and make the statement like, you know, Dems have control of, you know, the Congress and the White House. Yeah, maybe on paper, but not really, because they still need, even in the House and Senate, that they don't have enough of a majority on one side to not still need Republican support in order for anything to pass and go through. That's real majority control right there, is if they had enough, you know, Democrats to where it didn't matter if the Republicans said yes or no. And that's why they're wanting to do away with the filibuster.
Yeah, drop that science, man. You dropped that science on them real quick, man. This is why you need to subscribe to the Angry Snowman channel, man.
Dude, I was actually going to go to college for political science after I got my GED 6 years ago. Because
God called you and said that's not the path.
do what?
Said God called you and said that's not the path, man.
Well, the thing is,
snowman.
I don't think political science is really necessary, man. But I think that people should have a well, you've heard me say before, you know, and I really do believe it. First off, I don't think females should be allowed to vote at all. I think that should be. I think what is the 19th Amendment should be repealed, should be done away with. Really, in all honesty, if you really think about it and you get down to brass tacks as far as the Constitution goes, everything after the 10th Amendment is unnecessary. And if you really dig deep into things after the 10th Amendment, that's when you start seeing with these new amendments that they added, them starting to take state sovereignty away from the states.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, think about it, like even 13th and 14th Amendment, the ones that did away with slavery and all that shit, those weren't necessary. You want to know why?
Mm-hmm.
Where in the Constitution? Well, where in the Constitution did it ever say it was okay for a man to own another man?
Not one part.
Because I never read it anywhere. Did you?
Nope.
Not mine.
You know, what I read was all men were created equal. Well, that's
endowed with inalienable rights. You know, the thing.
Well, that wasn't the Constitution. That was actually the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed with certain inalienable rights, such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yep. Let me ask you though, Snowman and Toxin, was the original role of the federal government to be an arbitrator between states?
Say that again.
Was the role of federal government to be an arbitrator between states?
The federal government, from all my research and understanding, the only reason and only function that they were to have was to guard the borders of the country, to you know, so basically control our army and to you know, go to war with other nations if need be, you know, to prevent invasion on our borders, and to also can basically regulate and the fucking trade and commerce with other countries. That was the only purpose for them. There's a reason why you hear from back then, like I'm sure you remember hearing in maybe in social studies or government. I don't know if they even still had civics when you were in school, but that we were a republic and that we were basically nation states that were self-governed by the people.
Yeah, I remember that part. Because I
Well,
mean,
that
if you
go
even
ahead.
look at state government, man, the governor is there on the encompassing part of the whole state. Then your local, you can have a mayor, you can have a county executive, depending on how that goes. So it's across the lines, even in the city, you got your city council, you got your city councilmen and councilwomen, I guess. So like everything you're saying is on point, man. Like they are intended to govern themselves.
Well, right. That's why each individual state has their own state constitution, and that each
Yep.
state constitution has to be in line with the federal constitution because the federal constitution is the supreme law of the land. All right, but each state was an actual independent sovereign territory within these United States. So, like me, I live in Indiana. I'm a Hoosier. I am a resident. I am a citizen of Indiana, technically, not the United States, of Indiana. And even within the states, man, the states are even to the point now where they're all fucked up because the only law enforcement that you're supposed to have are sheriffs, and that's because sheriffs are elected bodies, you know, by the people. And sheriffs actually take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, just like our military does. Your local police departments, the fucking state highway patrol, your auxiliary police, your fucking your SWATs and fucking drug task force. All these are illegal fucking police bodies because the people didn't elect them. They don't work for the people. They technically work for a private entity.
Well, I just want to know why Pelosi can't stay out of the Flintstones jewelry box.
Out of what?
Out of the Flintstones jewelry box, man.
That's the Baltimore in her, man. Her family ran Baltimore, man.
Yeah, they've been raiding.
I want to know why her and her fucking husband can't fucking stop getting in fucking trouble all the time with shit.
I don't know, man. Is that extra midlife crisis?
Just because Big Red's got him by the balls.
That too.
So how many do you two think? Do you two think that Trump's going to run for president again?
I'm gonna hold my answer until after November, because whatever happens in November will let you know if he is if he isn't.
Well, how would you feel about it if he did? Let me ask you that.
I mean, if he did, it's going to be the same thing as 2020, man. Twitter's going to go wild and Facebook's going to go wild. Shout out to Todd City. I think it's going to be the battle of the stimulus packages. He had nailed that correctly.
Battle of the stimulus
packages. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, those aren't stimulus. They're not a stimulant. They're narcotic.
Yep.
They put people to sleep and got them hooked on free shit.
Yep.
Hooked on free shit.
The first one is free.
Well, hey, look, dude, you can ask the wife, man. When all that shit started going down, I told her I made a lot of predictions about what was going to happen, and a lot of my predictions came to fruition. Because one thing that history will tell us is that anytime the citizenry ever gives their rights willingly away to the government never willingly gives them back.
Right. That's that dialectic process I've been mentioning to you. A good example of that is the energy crisis we're looking at now. Okay, a long time ago it was cooling, then it was warming. I'm gonna try and avoid trigger words. And then the nuclear power was a bad thing, and then we had to work on regulating fossil fuels because that was a problem. And then we had to come up with alternatives. You know,
Well,
the solar panels that use oil to make, and the wind turbines that use oil to operate, and all this and that, saying this is a problem, so we have to do this. So now there's this problem, now there's that problem, and everybody has to go along fixing shit that they were told was a problem with solutions that are not really a solution. They're just told it's a solution to a problem that wasn't really a problem, and you end up in this downward spiral where you just get slow boiled.
That's right. True, man.
I mean, because
you guys,
it's thesis versus antithesis to create a synthesis.
Well, look, just in my lifetime alone, the world's supposed to fucking end it in 10 years, fucking 3 different times that I know of. You know, first there was global cooling, then there was global warming, then there was the acid rain crisis that was going to fucking melt everybody. You know, then there was the fucking the solar radiation that we was going to have to deal with. Now it's fucking climate change. I mean, the fucking shit's retarded, dude. Absolutely fucking retarded. And people keep falling for this shit, lock, stock, and barrel.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, they doing a whole wool over the people's eyes, man.
Well, look,
the new commercial. Do you see the commercial for electric airplane?
Electric airplane?
I forgot what company's doing it. Oh man, it was one of these companies. They showed it on one of these football games, and apparently it's supposed to run off electric motor.
Well, look, this is how stupid the whole fucking green energy thing is. All right, California just did a what was it? They passed legislation to ban all gasoline powered vehicles within 10 years, right? They want everybody to be driving around in electric cars in a state that has rolling fucking blackouts all year long.
And it's so big that you just can't rely on an electric car. You're gonna have to charge it every so often.
Well,
just to get around state and the
how is anybody going to be able to charge their car when the fucking power's out in the middle of the fucking night?
Yep.
I mean, because that's a common occurrence in California.
It is.
Have you seen the picture going around of an electric car being charged with a diesel generator?
Yeah. Actually, a lot of electric cars come with fucking gas-powered generators in the trunk. That way you can power your car.
You want to know something else they won't tell you about electric cars? A lot of times they're too heavy for a tow truck to want to tow them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Something else they don't tell you about?
You try pushing a car that a tow truck doesn't want to tow. Go ahead.
Well, you know something else they don't tell you about electric cars? That you burn more fucking coal and use more nuclear energy to actually produce the fucking electricity needed to power the motherfuckers than you do fucking burning fossil fuels and the gasoline.
I bet they make bank on those batteries, though.
Yep.
And them lithium batteries. Do what?
Now go ahead. My bad.
Well, them lithium batteries, those are actually fucking got a lot of fucking harmful shit in it, toxic shit in it to people.
Yep.
definitely do, man. They said a Chevy Volt was it somebody had a 2019 Chevy Volt. It broke down, and it said the battery was worth more than the car. I was like, damn.
Well, you know
I think the
how
battery's like
there's been,
30K.
damn, just for the battery. You know how there's a lot of concern about living under power lines or next to a power plant, or even those electrical relay stations. Imagine riding around inside of one. Now,
Yep.
you can take an infrared camera and film one of the auto drive vehicles. You can see these white flashes emanating from it. And they have to do that in order to sense what's around them. Now imagine putting yourself right in the middle of that and consider what happens when you wear a Bluetooth earpiece
You're
in your
constantly
ear all day.
fucking brain.
Yeah, welcome to your mobile microwave.
Well, you know that they've actually done studies, and they have scientifically and medically proven that fucking cell phones do cause cancer, because what is it? The rate of testicular cancer in men has went up since the cell phone era has come around, because where do men keep their cell phones? In their pocket next to their nuts, generally, right? And the fucking amount of women getting breast cancer has went up, because where do most women keep their cell phones? In their fucking bra strap.
And we know what next month is gonna be.
What's next?
Susan G. Komen.
Oh, I used to have Titties fan club.
Yep.
That Susan P. Komen Foundation is actually a money laundering front.
Yes, it is.
You know,
Yes, it
kind of
is,
like
man.
that the Clintons fucking donate to Haiti Foundation. Remember
Oh
that?
yeah. Oh yeah,
You know how
man.
much Haiti actually got?
It got so bad that they had to get chased by wranglers, man. Remember that picture?
No, I don't.
There's a guy. I don't know if he's a wrangler or rancher. He was on a horse, and then it looked like it was a whip, but it was a rope. It wasn't even like he was trying to capture the guy. I don't think he was trying to capture the guy with it, but it was just a funny picture.
Now, the ones where they
Yeah.
tried saying they're fucking trying to fucking wrangle people up off the border.
Yeah, man. I wish comedy could come back, man. I really did. That picture alone could have been so much comedic gold, man.
Hey, dude, look, I'm gonna tell you what. I have a buddy when we went down to when we went to Cleveland for the 2016 RNC, and we were all fucking suited up in our militia gear, you know what, patrolling and shit. There's this one picture of my buddy Trevor, man, that has been in so many fucking articles, mischaracterizing and giving misinformation about militias. I mean, they've called him a Proud Boy. They've called him a fucking white supremacist. They've said, and look, they've used his picture for all kinds of different fucking anti-patriot campaign smears, and within the last 6 years in the news media. And what's crazy is I know who the motherfucker is, and every time I see his picture pop up in one of these things, I'm like, dude, that motherfucker isn't a Proud Boy. He wasn't just. I was with him when that picture got taken. The arm beside him is mine.
Sounds like racial profiling to me.
Well, no, what it is, man.
That's
like Trey when he went to DC on the 6th.
Yeah.
when I went to the RNC, it wasn't until then that I realized and I actually had a full understanding of how much everything is really propagandized in this country, how much of it is actually misleading, how much of it's actually staged and set up for a purpose to mislead
Yeah.
people. I didn't realize that to what level it really that shit was really going on until I
Mhm.
became one of the people that was being mischaracterized.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, man. Like it probably even goes deeper than all of us could even imagine, or want to imagine. That's the crazy part about it. Because like you see those other countries where they have parliament, sometimes they're throwing hands on each other. It's that
Right,
heated. You never see that over here. You just hear some wrestling promos. I'm gonna get you,
right.
trying to sway the crowd and all that, man. But it ain't never leads to nothing, man. I do want to see a fist thrown once in a while.
Well, you got dude. None of the motherfuckers that we have working in our government have. None of them have the balls to throw hands for one. I mean, they're all so fucking soft, dude.
Yep, and it's crazy. The father fathers was not like that, man. They weren't like that.
Well, the thing is I even the more I research that, I even question the founding fathers now. I mean,
Mm,
I
go
wonder
further,
if
man.
I wonder if they didn't intend for some of this shit because look, a lot of this stuff that's going on, like with Congress and stuff, could have been curtailed. They could have wrote in, term limits on Congress and put an end to this the fucking lifelong tyranny that these officials put us through. You know, a lot of people are unaware that all the way up, prior to FDR being president, there wasn't even term limits on the president. Bet you didn't know that, did
Let
you?
let me ask you a fair question on that though. Is it because they didn't expect to live long lives? Maybe it was the concept of what they had in mind was not what they envisioned it to be today.
Ah, I think you're giving them too much of a benefit of the doubt, man. I think they knew exactly what
That's a fair question.
be honest with you. That's why I say I question the founding fathers because look, you got to remember there's still some of you have the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists that were part of this whole movement, and there were still people that were part of the founding of this country that were pro uh, England at the time.
That is very true. That is very true.
So like I said, I often wonder if they didn't like give a what seemed to be a free country that was basically it was masked with a bunch of other bullshit, so you didn't see the potential for the demise that we're seeing now. Because look, dude, if shit keeps going the way it is now, this country's gonna fucking fall apart, bro. And that's just being real about it. You know what I'm saying? This country is going to fall apart.
I mean, look at that Illinois law that's about to come in, man. That might be the shit starter right there.
That's just one of many,
Hmm.
and that's just fucking crazy, dude.
Because I didn't even know East St. Louis is in Illinois. I did not know that. I thought it
I
was in
didn't.
St. Louis, but East St. Louis, Illinois. You got that. You got Chicago, and you got all those little cities and towns around there too. It's gonna get crazy.
That is crazy. Well, Fuck,
man.
fellas, I'm at my destination now, man. I appreciate you guys
Hey, man.
chopping up with me for the last hour or so, man.
Hey, no doubt, man. I'm about
Yes,
to head
sir.
over to Trace. They got something going on right now, I think.
Right on.
Yeah, I've been picking on Sugar Bum in the chat over there.
Sugar Bum's a whole fucking.
I
She
said
Bum's
Sugar
like,
Bum doesn't like to melt down. That's how
Sugar
you
Bum
get
needs
like one of the
ants.
ultimate trolls, man.
to take her ass back to the fucking street corner before her pimp fucking gets a hold of her and fucking gives her the fucking backhand with no baby powder.
Sugar Bum having a meltdown is how you get ants, man.
Uh-oh. Fire ants?
But yeah, I'm here. Everybody that came through, I appreciate it. As always, if you want to support the channel, the fuck Cash App's pinned at the fucking top of the chat. Um, all donations are appreciated, as always. Hey, Kamasi, appreciate you coming through. Cyber, appreciate you coming through.
Yeah,
Share
man.
a quick word of
Anytime,
wisdom.
man.
Off, man.
Hey, man, appreciate it, man. Go check out Angry Snowman's content, man, and we'll see you on the next side, man. I'm about to head over to Trace, man. Take it easy, bro.
Yeah, and
Hey,
go by my channel and check out my new short with Nancy
Yep,
Pelosi
check
and
out that joint.
Weapon
I'm about to check
Seals.
it out too. Cyber Toxic,
Tequila
checking that joint out.
Sunday.
Good
That's a good title.
morning, Sunday morning.
And I'm gonna get out of here, everybody. Read lots. That's my word of wisdom today. Go get books and read and educate yourselves.
Feed your heads.
Yep. Feed your mind. Hey, thanks, Free Zone. I appreciate that, my guy. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. Peace out to everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Peace.